David Morrell's talking tough to David Benavidez. Things are heating up. Let's go.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, man. Let's get to it, man. I like this. I like this. This, to me, this is boxing right here. This is boxing. I'll put the link in the description. This is from Boxing Scene. David Morrell, he's slamming David Benavidez. He says, Mexican monster, he's a fraud. He gets his shoes taken in Cuba. Wait a minute. Wow. Okay. Yo, listen, man. You talking spicy. What's going on? See what it says. WBA regular super middleweight champion David Morrell Jr., 9 wins, no losses, 8 knockouts, has issued another bold call-out to undefeated WBC interim champ David Benavidez. 27 wins, no losses, 23 knockouts. Morrell lashed out at Benavidez and branded him a coward, as the Cuban fighter claims Benavidez is refusing to settle their differences in the ring. Benavidez recently denied circulating. He denied circulating reports that he reached an agreement to face Morrell in October. That news was fairly new. I saw it. I didn't really speak on it because it's new, and I like to wait for the dust to settle. You know, in this thing that we're doing, it doesn't pay to be first all the time. You got to wait, because you want to be correct. It doesn't pay to be first. It's better if you're correct. I'd rather be 2 weeks late with news as long as it's correct. I don't want to pump out any confusing, conflicting stories. I don't know. So I just wait. I just wait around and I'll talk about it when I feel it's ready. David Benavidez is a big female dog, said Morrell. His dad is a big fraud, always talking like he's some tough guy, but he's just a small man with a little man complex. Oh boy, it's getting ugly, y'all. It's getting ugly. His brother wants to be a gangster who talks a lot of ish, but got knocked out by Crawford and did a horrible job in the movie Creed. Oh my God, here we go. He's insulting everything. Okay? The Benavidez are a bunch of cowards. This is a guy you call the Mexican monster. He's a fraud. This is the guy everyone is building up. I see a fat, insecure boy. That's what I see. Yo. Benavidez couldn't walk down any street in Cuba without getting his shoes taken. Funny he calls Canelo a duck. Who's the duck now? Morrell has been rising in the ranks and making a lot of noise at 168 pounds. Now, setting his sights on Benavidez, Morrell seeks to test his skills against one of the division's most accomplished fighters. With an unbeaten record and a large knockout ratio, Benavidez has emerged as one of the sport's most dangerous fighters. Benavidez saw action back in March with a bruising 12-round decision over former champion Caleb Plant. That was a damn good fight. At the moment, Mexican superstar Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Beef Eater, holds all 4 of the major sanctioning belts at 168. Because of his disinterest in facing Benavidez or Morrell, a collision between the 2 unbeaten fighters has quickly gained steam as a must-see showdown in the weight class. Now, that's the article. Link will be in the description. Here are my thoughts. I like this. I like the fact that David Morrell's talking. He's running his mouth. That's a good thing. I'm really not going to discuss Canelo too hot. He's undisputed. He has all 4 belts, and y'all already know how I feel about that. All right. Here's my thing. David Benavidez, that's Canelo Alvarez's responsibility, and he's obviously not going to do it. So Morrell is trying to step up and snatch the spotlight. But here's the thing. 9 wins, 8 knockouts, no losses. Still relatively new. But let me say this. In all fairness, now look, you look at that record and say, man, he hasn't done much, right? Okay. You probably can't name anybody significant on his record. And that's true. But you know who disarmed what has he done? And it's too early for this fighter to get a shot at a major opponent or a belt. You know who disarmed that? Bob Arum with Vasily Lomachenko. Second fight was for a title, his second career fight, and he messed around and lost that. And they still have him on a pedestal. The man lost his last fight. And they still have him ahead of Shakur Stevenson on every sanctioned body, with the exception of, I think the WBA? Let me check that real quick. Official rankings, let me check that real quick. Because he was ahead of him in every sanctioned body with the exception of one, but they just recently switched it. Let me see. WBO switched it. But Loma is ahead of Shakur in the IBF. He's ahead of Shakur in the WBA. He's ahead of Shakur in the WBC. But the WBO has Shakur at number 1. It wasn't like that like 2 weeks ago. I promise you it wasn't. They just turned it back because this is just out of control. But nevertheless, it makes, look, he's talking real spicy. It's a possibility that this might be a fan favorite fight. What do I want to see? I want to see a little bit more from David Morrell. He's absolutely game. He's supposed to want to fight the best. At least he's calling out David's name, David Benavidez's name, unlike the undisputed champion at 168. He can't even spell Benavidez. He can't even do it. So I like the fact that David Morrell's game. Do I want to see it now? Oh boy, that's a tough one, man. The supporter of boxing that I am, yes, I do. Now, if you want to put on your promoter's hat, which I hate, because I have to try and think like who's marketing these guys. Does David Morrell's camp think that he's ready for David Benavidez? David Benavidez is ready. Is David Morrell ready? Is he just talking, and is his camp saying, yo, look, just wait your turn. It's okay to talk, but wait your turn. But here's the thing. What if while he's waiting his turn, Benavidez says, you know what? F it. Cuba versus America / Mexico / Ecuador. Let's do it. You talking tough? Let's do it. That's a money fight. They can sell some seats. You know what I mean? But what are Benavidez's other options? It looks like Andre is looking at Jamal Charlo. I don't know. This might be. I don't know. Let me take a look at the rankings real quick. Ay, man. Wow. It might. You know what I don't want? Let me tell you what I don't want. Because word on the block is Benavidez is looking at Jaime Munguia. He's looking at Jaime Munguia, WBC. Now, here's my problem. Munguia's food for Benavidez. Munguia does not win that fight. Benavidez washes him. I'm sorry. I watched him against Derevyanchenko, and that was not cool. Derevyanchenko got robbed, but where's the outcry for that? Whatever, man. Whatever. They only remember round 12 when Derevyanchenko literally was on his bike. He got dropped with a body shot in round 12. But he got out of round 12, but that doesn't disregard the rest of the fight. Derevchenko won that fight, but whatever. But right now, as we speak, I'm looking at the WBC rankings. He mentioned Jaime Munguia, but who's ranked number one? All right, now watch this. He's a number one. He's a mandatory for Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight Mexicans, so fine. But he's looking at Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is number 2 in the WBC. You know who's number 1? A man by the name of Christian Mbili. That guy's rough, rugged, and it'll be a long night for David Benavidez. Will David win? I don't know. It's going to be a tough fight, though. That'll be a dog fight. That'll be a dog fight. Does he beat David? I don't know. But I'm looking at the rankings. Why would he not say, I'm going to fight Mbili? Why is he going for Jaime Munguia? Because that sells more? I don't know. But David Morrell is right there in the pocket, and I know that's a popularity fight. You know what I mean? So look, man, I don't know what that's about. But, you know, David Morrell is game. I'd say David Morrell is going to have to keep winning. Right now, I mean, Benavidez is knocking on Saul's door. He's not answering. He's not even in the country right now. He's knocking on the empty house of a mansion. Saul's not home. You better call Saul. He's not going to answer the phone, though. So he's looking at Jaime Munguia, but Christian Mbili's ranked number 1 in the WBC. Unless it's changed. Unless these rankings haven't been updated. I mean, I don't know. But Morrell's talking a good one. He wants to smoke. I want to see the fight, but I don't think his camp is willing to make it. And I think Benavidez is on the other things as it stands right now. But I like the fact that Morrell is talking tough. I like it. I like it. Keep talking tough, keep winning, and your time is going to come. Do I want to see it now? Yes, because I'm greedy. But unfortunately, we understand the business of boxing. I understand the business of boxing, and I hate it. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!